Hi, Chad Hymas here. Welcome to this week's Roll with Safety Tip. Welcome back. Chad Hymas coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee this week. And this week we're going to talk about falling objects. Falling objects are things that, anything that could potentially fall and connect with our head or any part of our body and cause damage. Two things with falling objects. Number one, you and I need to be on the lookout to secure things from falling that could hurt somebody that's working at a location that is beneath us. And so we need to always make sure that things are tied off properly and that we're tied off properly so that we don't have those loose objects on roofs, on ceilings, that are anything above us that could fall and damage us. By the way, I was hurt by a falling object, so that's why I'm so passionate about it. And secondly, we need to make sure that we wear the corrective PPE. Hard hats, even in locations where you have nothing above you other than the sky, which is kind of personal to me because I'll never forget going home to my boys and teaching them about personal protective equipment and talking to them about working out in the field and them feeding the animals, and they were wearing their cowboy hats, and I thought that was great and appropriate. And one of my sons, who happened to be 8 at the time, said this to me. He said, "Dad, don't you think we should wear hard hats when we're out in the ranch feeding all the animals, the horses and the elk?" And I thought that was kind of a stupid idea. I didn't tell my son that he was stupid. I just told him that, I said, hey, I don't think that's appropriate, or that it's not needed, because you're really just out feeding elk with hay, and there's nothing above you other than the sky, and all you're doing is just feeding the elk, so your cowboy hats are fine. Plus, I like it when you wear cowboy hats. It's all that we've ever worn on the ranch, and it's sacred to wear them. And he responded with something like this, and I don't remember exactly how he said it, but he said something along these lines. "So, Dad, didn't you get hit in the head while you were working out in the field? And had a bale of hay fall on you, and that's how you got hurt?" And of course the answer to that is yes. And he wasn't being sarcastic, he was just being 8, trying to do the math in his head. And ever since then, it's really pierced me about falling objects and how we need to make sure that those loads that we carry above us are secure, and any above us, that we're on the lookout to make sure that things are secure so they don't fall and hurt somebody. Our tools and equipment and everything that we have that we're working at heights with, that those are securely with us and secured down. And then most importantly, I think it's important for all of us to always be wearing the hard hat protection and those things that'll keep us from being hurt in case something does fall from above us. Until next week, Roll with Safety. Chad Hymas out.